सदाशिवसमारम्भा शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परा. We are going to enter the 5th chapter of Upadesha Sahasri, known as Buddhi Aparadha Prakaranam. Buddhi Aparadha means error. Buddhi Aparadha means the error made by Buddhi. Samsara error is made by Buddhi ityartha. Buddhi means intellect. Our own intellect commits a mistake. What is that mistake? Atmani anatma dharman adhyasyate. Upon Atma, all anatma attributes, dharmas or attributes, adhyasa means superimposed. That is the mistake. Our own buddhi superimpose all anatma attributes upon Atma. Since our own buddhi commits mistake, the correction has to be taken place in buddhi alone. In which buddhi error takes place, in that buddhi alone correction also must be taken place. It has to be taken place. So how to correct the buddhi, which buddhi committing mistake? The correction has to be done. Some adjustment, some correction. That is why the title is here Buddhi Aparadha Prakaranam. Buddhi is that where the understanding takes place. Jnanam takes place. Jnanam means understanding. Understanding takes place where? In buddhi, in one's own intellect, in one's own buddhi. Therefore, error in understanding. Instead of understanding rightly, buddhi understands wrongly. Instead of understanding rightly, buddhi understands wrongly. Therefore, error in understanding. In Sanskrit, buddhi aparadham. My own aparadha, my samsara is caused by my own aparadha. Vedanta gives right understanding. Vedanta study gives right understanding about myself. What Vedanta says, you are Brahman, you are free from sorrow, you are fearless Brahman. But many people are afraid of that Brahman. Abhaye bhayadarshinaha. Why? Vedanta says, na mata, na pita, na bandhu, na mitram, na guru, na sishya, no relation at all. Vedanta says, na punyam, na papam, na saukhyam, na dukkham. All this when it says, na punyam, na papam, na saukhyam, na dukkham, okay Swami. Na putri, na putra, na bharta, na bhartri. It is too much, no? I want to relate myself all the time. I want to lean upon my kith and kin. I am so happy, comfortable depending upon them. But Vedanta says, you are not having kastvam koham kuta ayataha. Where from you have come? You have no mother, no father, na pita, na mata, na. It is unswallowable. Therefore I am afraid of Vedanta. I am afraid of Brahman, that which Brahman is really Abhayam, Abhaya Swarupam, but I am seeing bhayam. Is it not error? Error. Pujya Swamiji says, while studying Vedanta, they have to get right understanding. But they get wrong understanding, they are afraid of Vedanta, therefore they are called Devantas. Vedanta ni keela, talakeela pakravan. Devanta. Devantas, they are all talakeela pakravan. Abhaye bhayadarshinaha. So the error happens here. So Brahma Dharman Atmani adhyasyante or adhyasyate. Who does this adhyasa? Aham. I am. I only did this adhyasa, superimposition. Then who am I? Aham kahana. Who am I? Na. I have to understand. I am means Sakshi Chaitanyam, Shuddha Chaitanyam, plus Pratibimba Chaitanyam, plus Buddhi. I am pure consciousness, plus reflected consciousness, plus Buddhi. Antakaranam. So that Buddhi is committing mistake. We have to do some ignorance-o-dectomy. We have to do ignorance-o-dectomy. Don't search in dictionary. Okay. Swami Chinmayananda used this word, ignorance-o-dectomy. People are all talking tonsillectomy, appendicectomy, all those they are talking. We are also able to say we are going to remove ignorance. Therefore, ignorance-o-dectomy to be done. To whom? Who is the patient here? Buddhi. Our own Buddhi is the patient. Now sitting on the operation table, ready for ignorance-o-dectomy. Within 5 verses, Shankaracharya, within 5 verses, he completes ignorance-o-dectomy. Right understanding he wants to give, that's all. So, we'll read this first shloka of 5th chapter, Buddhyaparadha Prakaranam. Mutra Shankho Yatho Shankah Nagrahidamrutam Yatha Karmanasha Bhayajantoh Atmajnanagrahastatha. Shankaracharya starts with a story. There was a rishi called Udankaha. Udankaha is a rishi. He did a lot of tapas and he satisfied Vishnu, and Vishnu was so happy for his tapas. And Vishnu gave him darshanam to that Udanka rishi. Then this Udanka rishi asked Mahavishnu, Hey Bhagavan, Vishnu Bhagavan, I want to drink Amritam, by drinking which devatas are all immortal. I also want to be immortal by getting Amritam. Please supply some Amritam for me. So Vishnu was so pleased for his tapas. Then he said, he called Indra, because Indra is the Lord of Swargaloka. Every day they are only distributing Amritam. Madhye Madhye Paniyam, like they are all drinking Amritam only, all the time. Therefore Vishnu called Indra, Oh Indra, now this Udanka wants Amritam. You give Amritam to him. Then Indra said, Okay, I will give Amritam. Then Vishnu went away. This Indra don't want to give Amritam to Udanka, because Indra is so jealous always. Nobody should come, all human beings, if they want to come and occupy Swarga, a lot of space problem comes. So somehow or other he want to avoid this Udanka. How to avoid? It is Vishnu's order. Vishnu said, give Amritam. Directly Indra cannot say, I don't want to give. Therefore what Indra did, he changed his vesham. like a Chandala, a Shudra, he wore that Vesham and he appeared in front of Udanka and keeping that Amrita pot and the Kalasha Amrita, that nectar pot tied under his lower abdomen. Tied that pot under his lower abdomen and he wants to give to this Udanka, that Amritam. When he is trying to give like that, this Udanka, the Brahmana Rishi, thought it is urine. The Indra is cheating me. He is giving urine. How can I drink urine? I don't want to drink urine. Instead of giving Amritam, he is giving urine. Really speaking, Indra is giving Amritam only. But he thought it is coming from that pot, from the lower abdomen. He thought it is urine. Then he felt, if I drink this urine, my Brahmanatvam will go away. All my punya will go away. I will become unfit for the performance of karma, rituals. My karma phalam, all punyas will go away if I do this. Therefore, he ran away without drinking Amritam. Really speaking, Indra is giving only Amritam. But he has got Adhyasa, superimposition. Instead of taking Amritam as Amritam, he just have a speculation, imagination, that is not Amritam, that is urine, I should not drink. I cannot leave my karmas, rituals, karma phalam and all. Therefore, he rejected that Amritam. Then Indra is so happy. So he rejected Amritam, Indra went away. That is the story. Like that, we are also, when Shastra wants to give Brahma Jnanam, people are all enamored by, you are not a Brahmana, you are not a Kshatriya, you are a Brahman and Chunna. People don't like that. How can I am not a Brahmin? I belong to so and so Gotra, so and so Sutra. All this I want to hold on. My Vamsham, my great Parampara, all these things, how can I drop? I am Shuddha Brahmanan, I don't like. I am so and so, Somayaji, this yajna, that yajna, Vajapeya, all this I like. Therefore, Brahman I reject. Now look into the mantra, sloka, meaning we will see. Mutra shankaha yatha udankaha. Yatha udankaha. Mutra shankaha. Udanka Rishi, just as Udanka Rishi, with what intention? Mutra shankaha. Shanka means a doubt. That Indra is giving mutram, not amrutam. He felt like that. See the story, background, everything we have to understand. That's why I gave the story. The Udanka thought that amrutam as mutram, the urine. Therefore, yathamrutam, yathabhutam, amrutam na agrahit. Yathabhutam, that really it is nectar only, that real nectar na agrahit. Na agraha veru, agraha veru. Agraha means not taken. He rejected. Nartham. He didn't accept. Agrahit. Na agrahit, not taken. That means non-acceptance. Agraha means non-acceptance. Non-acceptance of what now comes to the Ashtanta next line. First Drishtanta. Just as the Udanka rejected the Amritam, even though it is really Amritam, but he imagined, he superimposed that Amritam as urine. That's why he rejected that. He couldn't get the benefit. that benefit by taking Amritam, immortality can come. But he rejected Amritam. Therefore, he lost his that advantage of attaining immortality. So, Drishtanta. Now come to the Ashtanta, second line. Tatha, similarly. Tatha, similarly. Karmanasham, karmanasha bhayat. Karmanasha means karma phala nasha bhayat. Karma means here karma phala. If I drink this urine of this Indra, my karma phala all will go away. Therefore, karma phala nasha bhayat. Jantoho means these human beings. All these human beings who are all doing rituals, lot of karma kanda rituals they are doing, they are not ready to drop that karma phalam. If you are interested in karma phalam, sakama karma, swarga phalam and all, how can you get moksha? Moksha is not possible. Therefore, karma nasha, karma phala nasha bhayat jantoho. Atma jnana agraha. They are not accepting Atma jnanam. Anatma karmani vishaye bahu asakti. They have lot of interest. Once I come to I am Shuddha Brahmanana, I am no more a Somayaji, I am no more a Vajpayee, I am no more a Brahmana, I am no more a qualified this Ritvik, that Ritvik, I have Rigvedi, Yajurvedi, Samavedi, idella poidum. Therefore, Atma Jnanam vendave vendapana. Paramarthananda Swamiji always gives one example. Example in the sense, one lady, after listening to that Vedanta, what Vedanta says, you have to drop Abhimana, Deha Abhimana, Putra Abhimana, Griha Abhimana, this Abhimana, that Abhimana, everything you have to drop to attain moksha. Then that lady said, Swamiji, I can drop everything but except Abhimana, attachment on my son. Except on my son, that attachment, I can drop everything now. But Swami said, even one attachment also is there, you cannot attain moksha. Then she said, then I don't want moksha. I cannot drop attachment of my son. I love my son so much. I am ready to drop moksha for the sake of my son. Like that, people are not ready to have dispassion, detachment towards possessions, body, mind, family, children, all these they are attached to. That is why all these karma phalas, whatever all we are having, they are not ready to leave. That is why Atma Jnana Agraha, non-acceptance of Vedanta. Just as Udanka's non-acceptance of Amritam, nectar, this Jantoho means all these ignorant people also not accepting the Vedanta which is giving immortality, that Atma Jnanam Brahma Vidya, by which Brahma Vidya they are free from Janana Marana Samsara Chakram. Is it not Buddhi Aparadha? Buddhi Aparadha only. Therefore that Buddhi needs what? It needs some treatment. In that Buddhi there is a dosha, it needs some treatment. Next shloka, shloka number 2. Buddhistha chalati vatma dhyayati vacha drishyate naugatasya yatha vrikshah tadvat samsara vibhramah. All are very simple shlokas. You know this example also. Buddhistha chalati atma. Atma, which is in buddhi. Buddhistha atma. Chalati iva. Chalati iva is there. Chalati plus iva. Buddhistha atma. This atma which is reflecting in the buddhi. Pratibimba chaitanyam. Pratibimba chaitanyam to form, there must be sakshi chaitanyam. Without original consciousness, the reflected consciousness cannot be formed. Therefore, this atma is available in one's own buddhi. Because of that availability, there ahankara is formed in that buddhi. Because of pratibimba chaitanyam. Pratibimba chaitanyam. Having borrowed the consciousness, this buddhi becomes sentient. Having become sentient, it has developed an ahankara, the ego. That ego, that ahankara, what it is doing? Chalati iva. Chalati iva. Atma will never move, but it is as though moving. Chalati iva. Because buddhi is changing, no? Buddhi is always having gradation, changing. So that chalanam of buddhi is superimposed upon the atma. Because atma is never separate from buddhi. Because atma is all pervading. Wherever buddhi is there, there is atma. Buddhi is a refined matter, sukshma sariram. What it does? It reflects the atma. The reflection of atma is formed in that. And ahankara has come in that buddhi. And that buddhi is thinking, chalati iva, moves. Therefore what? I want to make it steady. Therefore what it does? Dhyayati iva. It does meditation, dhyanam. Why? My mind is moving. Mind avadu, moving avadu. Jadamana manasu pai eppadi move ஆக முடியும்? The pratibimba chaitanyam, once it is formed there in that buddhi, the buddhi moves. Actually buddhi is jadam, it cannot move. Original atma also cannot move. This pratibimba chaitanyam is real or unreal? Unreal. But this buddhi does what? Taking it as real, its movement, therefore I want to do meditation. Morning meditation, afternoon meditation. Mind very checker, moving. Buddhi is moving. The movement of that buddhi superimposed upon atma, saying what? I am, my mind is vacillating. My mind is going here and there. Actually, that mind, I, when I say, it is which I? Lower I is false. A false mithya I cannot move. Higher I, atma, is steady, achalaha. Now tell me who is moving. That movement is a superimposed movement. Bhrantihi. Just like that, just as the example he gives. Dhyayati iva drishyate. First line is darshtanta. Second line is drishtanta. Yatha, just as naugatasya chalanavata. Naugatasya chalavanata vrikshaha. See, when boat is moving in the river, the person who is sitting in the boat, he is moving along with the boat. And when he is moving along with the boat, but he sees the trees are moving. Vrikshaha chalanavatan. Vrikshas are moving really? No. But what is his understanding? Trees are moving. Vrikshaha yatha chalanavata. Appearing to whom? Naugatasya. Now means boat. The person who is sitting in the boat, he is thinking, he is steady, and trees are moving. Many times we also experience this same. Madras Vandachina. Train has come, Madras never came. But what do we say? Chennai Vandachi. Chennai Varadappa. Train, you have come to Chennai. So, but we use that word or not? We use that word. Similarly, here also another example, Vrikshaha Naugatasya Yatha Chalanavatam Tadvat. Similarly, in the same manner, Tadvat Samsara Vibhramaha Asti. Asti to be supplied. Samsara Vibhramaha Asti. Going out, mind is going out. Mind is not going out. When I do meditation, mind is not going out. When I don't do meditation, mind is going out here and there. So mind is going out, coming inside another. All these are superimposed upon me, the Atma. Upon me, the Atma. So buddhi dharma belong to buddhi. Dharmas which are belong to buddhi. Buddhi dharma really do not belong to me. But what I say, my mind is going out. I want to make my mind steady. Am I mind, really speaking? Am I buddhi? Not at all. But we use that expression. And struggling to do meditation. Dhyayati va lelayati va swayam jyoti brahmanam Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Upanishad says, use this word. That's why in Samadhi they sit and do that pramoda. Moda, Priya Moda Pramoda. Pramodanandam comes in Samadhi. This is called superimposition of buddhi dharmas, attributes to one's own Atma. So, people trying to sit in Nirvikalpaka Samadhi. When mind is quietened, I am so happy. When mind is going out and all, I am so disturbed. Am I mind? Mano buddhi ahankara chittani naham. But what am I doing? I, the Atma, lending the consciousness to the buddhi, and have I forgotten? I have lent that consciousness to that, and I am becoming one with that ahankara, buddhi, and superimpose. My mind is restless. My mind is going outwards. Therefore, what? Meditation course. People are running towards meditation course, no? Like that. It is vibhramaha, samsara vibhramaha asti. As though quieten. Mind as though quieten. Mind is jadam. Where is the question of quietening? Because of this reflected consciousness, it becomes sentient. And I have taken it as real. Not knowing buddhi is mithya. Mind is mithya. Not knowing that, not attending Upadesha Sahasri class. Person committing a mistake. Aparadham. Aparadham continues now. Next shloka. Again same example. Further he clarifies in third shloka also. Nausthasya pratilomyena naganam gamanam yatha atmanas samsrutis tadvat jayati veti shrutihi. First, second shloka, all words I have explained. Okay. Now, in this third shloka also same example. Nausthasya, now he brings the drishtanta in the first line. Previous shloka, darshtanta first, drishtanta second line. Now in this shloka, drishtanta first. स्थस्य यथा नगानां प्रातिलोम्येन गमनं भवति. नौ स्थस्य औकारान्तः स्त्रीलिङ्गः नौ शब्दः नाविस्थितः नौस्थः. Navi means in seventh case. Navisthitah, the one who is in the boat, sitting in the boat, nausthaha, man in the boat or woman in the boat. What happens? Yatha, just as naganam gamanam pratilomyena. Naganam nagacchati iti nagaha. Naga means not abharanam. Naga means the tree that which does not move. The tree that which does not move, motionless tree, he sees as pratilomyena gamanam, going backwards. Pratilomya means I am going eastern side and the trees are going towards western side. Western side. And another example also we see, the moon appears as moving so fast when the clouds are moving. How? You see how fast moon is going? We use this expression. See how the moon is going so fast. This expression is error or not? Cent% error. We know that, but we use that expression deliberately. We do that expression. Clouds are moving very fast. Moon never moves. Similarly, the movement of this buddhi, we are superimposing the antakaranam, sukshma sariram. It is moving, it is have changes, vikaras, lot of fluctuations, modifications, lot of attributes are there. All pair of opposites are there. All I am attributing to myself. Who am I? Sakshi Chaitanyam. I am. Not knowing that I am pure consciousness, I am attributing all the attributes of that antakaranam upon myself. Who is doing this mistake? This buddhi. Which buddhi? Which buddhi has borrowed consciousness and committing the mistake, making this person miserable. Making this person miserable. Samsari. Samsari means, Swamiji says, catching hold of samsari. Catching hold of some sari or dhoti. Okay. Some sari or dhoti is called samsari. That is called relation, no? Sambandhi. Okay, look into this shloka. Nausthasya yatha naganam gamanam pratilomyena bhavati. Just as the person who is sitting in the boat, he looks at the trees which are going backwards, opposite side. Just as that way, here also, Atmanaha tadvat, second line, tadvat, similarly, tadvat, Atmanaha samsritihi. Samsritihi means janana marana chakram, transmigration. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. I am born, we say, I am going to die. I am born, I am going to die. Hey, you are not born, you are not going to die at all. You are superimposing the body death upon you. You are superimposing the body birth upon you. What you have to say? Body is born, body is going to die. But what do we say instead of saying body? I am born, I am going to die. See, body dharmas I am superimposing upon me, sansruti. Not only that, I am going to travel. I am going to travel after death. I travel to Pitruloka, Devaloka, this loka, that loka. And this person is asking, my wife passed away, which loka she is? I also want to go there only. She fought with me here also, there also I want to get some scoldings. Vidamata. That sambandham is so powerful, no? We want to go there also, after birth also. This is called sansriti. Body to body and loka to loka. Samsriti atmanaha. Sansriti tadvat bhavati. You have to supply. Tadvat atmanaha samsriti bhavati. Pratilomyenava, vilomyenava, you have to supply. Here pratiloma mandal not required. Okay, trees are only going here. Born and born, gone, born, gone. Am I superimposing or not? Who is doing that? Great job. Buddhi, aparadha. Buddhi is doing that aparadha, error. Adu or error ane theriyadu, sir, first of all. Until I come to the class, I do not know it is an error. What I say, I am born, take this chocolate. Give chocolate, give sweet, I am born. But my body is born. Knowingly if you give, fine. But without developing any abhimana towards body, abhimana towards loka, I want to go to that loka, this loka. I don't want to go to Narakam. I want to go to Swarga loka. Why you want to travel? Who is traveling? That samsruti of that sukshma sariram, you are superimposing upon you, the Brahma Chaitanyam. Mistake, error. Tadvat dhyayativa iti hi shrutihi. Shrutihi bhavati. Therefore, Shruti statement is there. For this also, Shankaracharya takes the support of Shruti. I am not telling, Shruti itself says. This person superimposing the movement of the mind, therefore I want to make the mind steady. My mind is so vacillating, I want to make it steady. Mind avadu, steady avadu. You are not the mind. Amani bhava you have to develop. Mandukya says, Amani bhava. I am not the mind, I am not the buddhi. Instead of saying I am not the mind, I am not the buddhi, I become one with the buddhi, and buddhi dominates, and buddhi commits mistake, error, and guru go on talking. We are not allowing the teaching to enter. That much powerful buddhi is committing the error. So powerful. When you are sitting on the boat, in the boat, and you are moving forward, how can you see the trees are moving? Theriyarde Swamini, they are all going. They are all going. They are not going. We know. Similarly, here also, matter, body, mind complex is just appearing, disappearing. I, the Atma, I am not at all going and coming. But what is happening here? The Atma Chaitanyam, Buddhi and Pratibimba Chaitanyam mixed together, messed up and creating a samsara, hell. Serial. Very serial life. Ettana problems. Because of that error, abhimana, ignorance, sheer ignorance, atma ajnana. And guru talking decades together, and the student also listening decades together, and solidly maintaining that ajnana. Is it not vibhramaha, bhranti? Smritihi bhavati, Shruti statement is also there for this. Then fourth shloka, continuation. Chaitanya pratibhimbena vyapto bodho hi jayate buddhe shabdadhibhir bhasah tena momuhyate jagat. Jagat muhyate. Whole world is deluded. Shankaracharya says, whole world is deluded. Shankaracharya indirectly says what? I am not deluded. Whole world is deluded. How it is deluded? Look into the shloka. Buddhehe, second line, first word. Buddhehe. Bodhaha, the knowledge, jnanam in the buddhi, or of that intellect. The knowledge of that intellect. How is it possible? Any knowledge, jnanam, shabda jnanam, rupa jnanam, sparsha jnanam, gandha jnanam, all these possible how? They are possible chaitanya pratibhimbena vyaptaha hi jayate. This knowledge is born because of chaitanya pratibimba. Chaitanya pratibimbena. Buddhi, basic matter. In that matter, jadam, no knowledge can take place. Because of this pratibimba chaitanyam, buddhi has become sentient. Because of that sentiency in the buddhi, the knowledge is taking place. What knowledge? Any knowledge. Shabda jnanam, rasa jnanam, rupa jnanam, gandha jnanam, science jnanam, computer jnanam, any knowledge. என்ன தெரியறதா ஏதாவது நமக்கு அந்த மாதிரி புத்தி bodha pratibimba. How far we are to this knowledge, you see. If you don't come to Vedanta, you won't get it all. Nowhere this topic is discussed except in Vedanta. You are receiving some smell, no? Gandha jnanam. Have you thought of how this smell I am able to know? How this recognition of this smell, gandha, is taking place? In my buddhi it is taking place. You can say that much. Afterwards you won't say anything. You don't know anything. How this gandha jnanam is coming in the buddhi? What is this buddhi? How this jnanam is taking place in my buddhi? Because we don't get answer, that's why we never allow the questions. Because we don't know where to get answer. Why to create some guilt in us, and we just suppress those questions. But Shastra never suppress such doubts or questions. Once they arise, Shastra gives answer. How Shastra gives answer? You know how that buddhi is getting that gandha jnanam, sparsha jnanam, rupa jnanam, or any jnanam for that matter, any knowledge coming in that buddhi only because of pratibimbena, chaitanya pratibimbena. Because in that jada buddhi, inert matter buddhi has got a capacity to borrow the sentiency from all pervading consciousness. In this body, gross body, there is subtle body. In that subtle body, there are 19 faculties. Pancha jnanendriyani, pancha karmendriyani, pancha pranadaya, manasu, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. Who is the topmost one? Buddhi. That buddhi is sentient because of borrowing sentiency from the chaitanyam. Look into the shloka. Chaitanya pratibimbena vyaptaha. That buddhi is pervaded by chaitanyam. Chaitanya pratibimbena, reflected consciousness. Chaitanya pratibimba means what? Reflected consciousness is formed in the buddhi in the form of ahankara. Chidabhasa. Chittunude abhasam chidabhasam. The reflection of chit, consciousness, is called chidabhasa or pratibimbena. Chaitanya pratibimbena, chidabhasena, vyaptaha hi jayate. After the pervasion of chaitanyam alone, where is chaitanyam pervasion? Chaitanyam pervaded in buddhi, whole buddhi. then the buddhi gets the capacity of knowing. Then only it becomes a pramata. Pramata, knower, hearer, seer, smeller, toucher, taster, taster. All these ER comes because of Pratibimba Chaitanya. How this Pratibimba Chaitanya formed? Because of Bimba Chaitanya. Who is that Bimba Chaitanya? I am. The Pratibimba Chaitanya is surviving because of me, Sakshi Chaitanya. I am the Sakshi Chaitanya, witnesser of the Buddhi. That is why you can falsify the entire world, but you cannot falsify the body, mind easily. Very difficult. So, Chaitanya Pratibimbena Vyaptaha. Then only Bodhaha Jayate. Bodhaha, Jnanam takes place. Any Jnanam takes place there only. Full stop. Shabdadibhihi bhasaha tena mumuhyate jagat. Again, we have to make two sentences here in this second line. Buddhehe goes to the first line. Shabdadibhihi. Before that, Shabdadibhihi, you have to supply. Chaitanyasya Shabdadibhihi bhasaha bhavati. Chaitanyastha Shabdadibhi. All these Shabda, Adi Padartha, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Sound, smell, form, taste, touch, all of them. Shabdadibhihi Chaitanyasya. Because of Chaitanyam alone. Shuddha Chaitanyam cannot Ashabdam, Asparsham, Arupam, Arasam, Agandham. Therefore, it cannot have. So, when the Chaitanyam associated with Buddhi, all this will take place. In pure Buddhi also, Jnanam cannot take place. In pure consciousness also, Jnanam cannot take place. Consciousness plus or Chaitanyam plus Buddhi put together, Jnanam comes. Therefore, whenever Jnanam comes, there is a mixture. You have to understand. What mixture? Chaitanyam plus Buddhi. So, Shabdadibhihi bhasaha bhavati. That bhasaha means evident. Sound is known. When I am hearing sound, I am a hearer. When I am seeing forms, I am a seer. When I am tasting, a taster. I am smelling, I am a smeller. All these, when I am legs, karma indriyani also you can supply. Adi Padartha. When legs are walking, I am walking. When hands are lifting, I am lifting. So, all their actions I superimpose upon myself. Who does this job? Buddhi. Eppudu Buddhi? Intelligent. So, bhavati, full stop. Tena jagatu mumuhyate. Because of this misconception, because of this superimposition, jagat mumuhyate. The world is confused, deluded, not knowing this fact. Atishayena muhyati is called momuhyate, frequentative. Atishayena muhyati. Next shloka. Shloka number 5. Chaitanya bhasyatahamaha. Chaitanya bhasyatahamaha. Tadarthyam cha tadasyayat. Idamam shaprahanena parasonubhavo bhavet. Now, fifth shloka is a crucial shloka. Very difficult to understand. This ghatakara vritti, patakara vritti jnanam, the vritti jnanam takes place in the mind. Once you see the clip or this part, what happens now? First, buddhi pervades to this part, I get part knowledge. This is a part. And I know this is a part. Vritti jnanam. Chaitanyam also pervades. Vritti goes and pervades first. Part thought pervades the pot. First, thought goes out and pervades the pot. Then what comes? Phalam is what? Vritti, vyapti, then phala vyapti. Phala vyapti means this is a pot. Jnanam. So, to get the knowledge, this is a pot, to get that knowledge, before that, the pot thought has to rise in the buddhi. So, the buddhi goes out, or mind goes out, thought is formed. Vritti vyapti. Pot thought. Then pot thought, next what comes? Pot knowledge. Ghata jnanam. Ghata vritti, ghatakara vritti, ghata jnanam dadati. Ghatakara vritti. That pot, that thought which is in the form of, in the akara of pot. Once I look at that pot, the thought takes the form, shape of the pot. Any knowledge if you want to get, the thought has to get the shape of that object. If I show this clip, Ghata vritti takes place. Ghata vritti means clip vritti. Clip akara vritti. Vritti has got the akara of clip. If I show the pot, thought gets the akara of the pot. Pot akara vritti. In Kathopanishad we saw Agnir yathaiko bhuvanam pravishtaha rupam rupam pratirupo babhuva vayur yathaiko. Agni doesn't have form. Whatever object it catches, it gets that form. Water also doesn't have form. If you pour water in any vessel, water gets that shape. Even Vayu, air also doesn't have shape. If you fill up in a balloon, and what is the shape of balloon is the shape of air. So Vayu, Agni, Jalam doesn't have shape. Similarly, your thought also doesn't have shape. Shapeless thought. Shapeless thought gets shape. When eyes goes see that object, that thought going through the eyes, then that thought gets that akara vritti. Then after that vritti akara comes, then jnanam takes place. Consciousness pervades. Chaitanyam also pervades. First vritti pervades, that gets the akara. Then you say what? I know this is a pot. How you know? You are conscious of the pot. That's why you say I know the pot. Who says? Buddhi says. Buddhi alone says. So buddhi, in that buddhi thought arises, thought comes through the eyes and pervades the pot and get ghatakara vritti. And ghatakara vritti, then consciousness comes and pervades the ghatakara vritti rupa ghatam, pervades. What immediately you say? I know pot. I know the pot. So this I know the pot is a phala vyapti. Phalam, the result. Like that, here he says, Ghatakara vritti, Ghatakara chaitanyam. Klippakara vritti, Klippakara chaitanyam. Whatever akara vritti comes, that akara chaitanyam also must be there. Otherwise you cannot say, I know. I know, you cannot say. Clear? Therefore, this shloka needs some more explanation, very much involved shloka, which we'll see in the next class. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.